In this video, I'm going to show you an easier way to add a navbar and footer to new pages in Bootstrap Studio. So let's head over to the program. For this demonstration, I'm just going to use one of these pre-designed themes. And if we focus on the right-hand side, we have this design menu, which we can drag up and down, and you should see pages. So this site just has one page called the index, which is the home page. And if we go over to the left-hand side, we have the overview section. Again, you can drag this up and down. And we have all the components listed on this page. So we have the navbar, which is obviously the top menu, which will contain all links to other links within the site. And we have the footer. Again, this will contain some information such as contact pages and so on. So you most likely want a navbar and footer on every single page. So you can copy these to new pages, but the process is a little bit slow and time consuming. And personally, I don't kind of like it. So I found a simpler way to do this. So what I do is create a template page, which we can duplicate and add to the menu. So to do this, go over to pages on the right hand side. So we have pages, so put your cursor over pages and right click with your touchpad or mouse and select the new option and choose folder and give your folder a new name. So I call mine number 1, so just 1 I should say, and that should mean it should stay at the very top of the page. So with the new folder selected, so select 1 and again right click and select page this time. So we have a new page, so give it a new name if you want to. So I'm going to call it template. So now we have a new folder and a new page. So if I click on the new page, you can see the page is just blank. So we need to copy the navbar and the footer to the new page. So go back to the index page or wherever the navbar is located and go to the navbar. So just make sure the navbar is selected. So make sure the whole thing's selected, not the sub options. And with that selected, again, right click. And if you go to copy and paste, select copy, and then go over to your template page. And just on the white space, just right click and select copy and paste. And you need to select paste linked. So that component is now linked. You can see there's a little link icon, which means that any changes you make to the navbar on any page, it should also be applied to other pages as well with the same component. So go back to index again. So this time we want to copy the footer. So same process, make sure selected, right click, select copy. Go back to template and copy and paste link again, and you can now see that component's now been added with the link icon. So again, the same options apply. Any changes made to any page containing this component will be applied to other pages as well. So if you want to, you can also add other components. So for example, you could add one of these 1 row 1 columns, add it in between the navbar and footer, and just expand that to reveal the column. And you can add things like a heading. Again, you can use the pre-made components, or if you make components yourself with personal settings, you can add these as well. So I'm just going to add a heading to the column and also a paragraph to the column. So you can now see I have a nice little template page. So next step, we want to go back to the pages section and put your cursor over the folder, which is called 1. Right click and this time select hide in export. You can now see that's gone a light gray color. So that means it won't be published every single time you upload your site. So if you want to reuse this template page, all you have to do is select the template page, right click, select, try that again, right click and select duplicate. And you can see a new page has been duplicated, so it's still being hidden. So all you have to do is select that new page, drag it upwards towards pages and release, and you can now see it's been added to the main section. So you can right click on that and you can rename it. So just call it a new page, such as page 1 and so on. So you can now see the process. I click on that page, it's exactly the same page I just created in the template. So every single time you want to add a new page, go to the template page you just added, make sure it's selected, right click, set duplicate, and you can add as many as you want, just like that. And just make sure you drag them upwards to pages and they get added to the main menu, just like that. and so on. So all these pages now have a navbar and footer, which are linked components, plus any other components which you've added, and so on. So it's a much simpler and quicker way to add a navbar and footer to new pages. So hopefully that helps you. Thanks for watching.